That was really cute. I wish I could have caught that. Okay, everybody, I'm just getting set up and stuff still. It'll take me a second. Okay, so some of their baths are dirty, so I have to clean that really quick. You can see they get dirt in them, so move some of these around. Okay. She's just watching me. Yeah, sorry I haven't been on for a couple days. It's been a bit crazy over here. But, yeah, I'll probably be on for a little while, actually, tonight, since it's been a minute. Hi, Iggy. Hi, Caitlin. Okay. You can see him over there. I'm trying to make sure I can rotate this properly. So this is Dr. Robert and Bernard and Maeve. Everybody else will kind of slowly come out since they haven't been fed in a minute. Let's see here. I'm just getting everything set up so I can sit down for a while. Okay. Okay. It's been a minute. Everybody's gonna be excited for food. Let's see if I can gather everybody else. Because, you know, everybody needs to eat. You can see how excited they all are. Hi, Lori. Yes, I'm feeling better. Sorry that I haven't been on it in a minute. There we go. Hi, Polly. I know I almost never see you because I'm always doing lives too late. But, you're in the leaf is gonna hit you in the face, you silly thing. You need to move. This leaf is gonna keep hitting you in the face. Okay, maybe I can. Okay, there we go. Look at him, he's so funny looking. Oh man, okay. Let's get a nice spritz here first. Yeah, they're all very excited for food. You can see his face. He's gonna be a nice boy. He's gonna be very happy. Hi, Kellen. And I mailed out all the stickers today, so they should be arriving relatively soon. Okay. Let's see here. Clementine is trying to get a little closer. Okay, let's see. Who should I feed first? I almost don't know. They're all gonna try to steal each other's food, so I'm prepared for that. Maeve keeps irritating Bernard. Don't bite his butt. She was just, oh yeah. Dolores is actually bigger than Maeve, which is kind of surprising. Not because she's as overweight as Maeve, it's just because she's physically like a bigger frog. She's so round, she's like a little bowling ball. Don't overreact. Don't, all of you, stop it. Oh my god. Poor chubby guy. He's always gonna have a hard time. I had to put him back because he's jumping now, very far actually. For a frog his size, it's impressive. Yeah, hi Janie. Yeah, he's doing very well. He's lost quite a bit of weight. Mr. McKnickknacks is coming out, I see. Everybody's interested in food today. Sorry about my dog. Yeah, we have a bunch of stickers under my bio on my TikTok page. We just sent out a whole bunch of orders. We're trying to make stickers of all the frogs. Clementine's like, where's mine? Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, they're all very hungry tonight. I want Maeve to just, so that I can get all the frogs in one shot. You just could be over here, unless you're too clumsy. She might be too clumsy. Let's see here. So the really light green one, his name is Dr. Robert, and he's one of the new 3 frogs that I've adopted. These are dumpy frogs, or white tree frogs, and they're native to places like Australia and Indonesia. No, he's not a special breed. He's very large, but he's also very overweight. Teddy is all the way back there, up there. He's very, very shy. He's very loud though. We'll probably hear him at some point. He's losing weight though. And that's Mr. McKnickknacks up there by Dolores. He's very shy as well. Bernard's gonna get mad. But that's Mr. McKnickknacks up there. Whenever he's oh, don't fall, please. Come here. Don't step on him. She doesn't like being on that side of the log. She has to be on that side of the log. Don't fall. There's no more left. Let go of it. Silly thing. Dr. Robert seems to have a lot of opinions. Really? You don't Sometimes they eat it out of anger, and I always think that's really funny. She just got irritated at it. I don't even think she got it. You know you want it. You haven't eaten in like 2 or 3 days, so they maybe will always eat it. I like when they act so irritated, but... Are you okay? Yeah, I'm starving him. He's such a poor baby. Poor little baby is being starved to death. These little tiny crickets don't compare to his adult roaches that he was eating. Let's see. Let go of it. So these frogs are very, very docile. Thank you, Polly. I love all the Halloween themed gifts. It's very cute. The frogs are very docile. I mean, honestly, all tree frogs, possibly even just all frogs in general, are very docile. They aren't territorial or aggressive, and so they sort of just, they're very easy to get along, to introduce to one another, everything. They don't really, they sort of just treat each other like furniture, which is what I tell people all the time. This new female up here, her name is Dolores. It's just such, these are the two grumpy frogs. Every time I look at his face, like, he's just such a funny little thing. Wait, where are you trying to go? So they sleep mostly during the day, but obviously they wake up periodically. Mostly when they can tell that I'm feeding them. Look at Clementine's face. Yeah, he's doing really, really good. He's definitely losing weight for sure. He's moving around a lot. You can actually see the tops of his eyes because the fat on his eyebrows isn't weighing down as much. So he still looks angry, but he looks more like eccentrically, psychotically angry rather than grumpy because you can see his whole eyes. But he's croaking also a lot more. Yeah, and he's jumping. Obviously, he just jumped recently, like during the live, and he fell, of course, and I picked him up, but he's doing a lot better. Clementine's little side, she looks... She's like, where's Lion? You're maybe trying to steal it. She's like moving in. Oh, thank you for your subscription. It's very sweet of you. Maeve, I feel like, I wonder how much she would eat. Like, she feels like she could just keep eating. Maybe that's part of her metabolic issue that she has, is that she's never full. The other frogs do get full. I tell them apart. I mean, I guess to me, they look very, very different. And they're all different sizes. And they have very different personalities, obviously. Dr. Robert is huge and grumpy looking. He's very fat and he's like a lime green color. Clementine is like kind of a grayish blue color. And she has an underbite and a sloped back. And she's very antisocial and grumpy. Mr. McKnickknacks is tiny and like olive green, and he's very shy. He's always hiding, and his chin skin is pretty loose. It hangs down a lot, kind of like a dinosaur. I can hear Teddy making little squeaks like he's gonna try to talk over me. Bernard is a very average dumpy frog. He's the perfect shape and size and color of a dumpy frog. He doesn't really have any traits, so it's very easy to point him out. Maeve is slightly overweight. She has a bunch of white spots all over her. She always looks like she's smiling, and she's always out in the open, very friendly. Dolores is kind of shy. She looks like a lemon with blue eyes. She's very round, very soft and smooth looking. And then Teddy is a tiny little brown male who's all the way over there, and he's very loud. Bernard is, he's beautiful, but he really doesn't have any like specific traits. He's just like the perfect dumpy frog. Like if there was an AKC for dumpy frogs, he would be an ideal specimen of a male dumpy frog. They can live up to 20 years, but average is more like 14 or 15, I would say. It just kind of depends. See, I'll give him one more snack for right now because they haven't eaten in quite a while, so I can usually feed them more. I haven't fed them in about 2 or 3 days. So they're all very excited, and Clementine is very jealous. And thank you guys for all the gifts. It's very, very sweet, and it helps me pay off a lot of my stuff for the frogs. I wouldn't have been able to upgrade them to this enclosure or adopt the other 3 frogs without all of the support I get from the lives. You guys have been very sweet, and I appreciate it. They're so impatient. I don't know where he wants to go. You can sometimes see it in his eyes that he wants to go somewhere, but he's kind of clumsy. That's okay. So this setup, I would say, the enclosure itself is about 100 gallons. It's meant for a chameleon. It's from Rep du Zoo. It was about $500, $600, so it's quite expensive. And then all the decor would be at least $200, if not $300, including the soil. The lights are each, like the fixture is probably $60. Each light bulb is probably $20, $40. So I mean, it's quite a lot of money, and including the frogs, I mean, you could get past $1,000. Dr. Robert would also make a really good plushie. I wish I had a plushie of Dr. Robert. Thank you so much, Janie. I appreciate all of you so much. I've missed doing the lives. I'm sorry. It's been so hectic for me lately. Okay, those 2 up top will get 1 more, and then I'll feed them again later in the live, but we'll chill for a bit. Dolores doesn't actually seem very interested. We'll see. They both looked at her. Since Clementine is so eager. Where are you going? You're too chubby to do that. It's very dangerous for you. What if we just didn't? For your own safety. I know. I'm really sorry. It's just not safe for you. You're just such a big boy. Hi, Yukari. He's like, why'd you pick me up? He's such a chubby little thing. Well, a chubby big thing. See, he's done eating, so. They will all get more food though, because since I haven't fed them in about 3 days, they've had a really nice break from food. And I will be able to feed them again, each probably at least 3 crickets to compensate for that time. But it's good because it keeps them active and excited. Yeah, there's Dr. Roberts right there, so he's very close. Mr. McKnickknacks, now that he's fed a little bit, he's probably gonna go back behind these leaves like he normally does. But you can see him contemplating it. He's he's very, very shy, so he came out for what he wanted, and now he might be done. But that's okay. He's very, very cute. I'm glad that that's this one right up here. He's a very shy guy. He almost never comes out. Clementine seems a little irritated. Oh, I'm sorry, did I miss a comment? I get really jumbled and I'm bad at noticing things. I'm sorry. How long have I had them? I've had them, I've had my original 4, which is these 4, for 8 years. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you got your stickers. I just mailed out the whole rest of them for the new stickers today as well. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really enjoy writing the little notes, and like we've got these cute little colored cards now. But yeah, thank you to everybody who's been buying the stickers. It's been very sweet. I appreciate it. That's so cute. And yes, they actually do. The males croak, the females don't. Yes, I'm in Portland, Oregon. But yes, the males will croak back and forth. I can actually get them to do it pretty easily. And it starts with this little male all the way back here. Sorry, my laptop loves to... It's starting to tell me that it's old and dying. But there's this video I play sometimes. Clementine wants more food. She's like jumping all over the place. We'll see. Always starts with him up there. Brat, 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 brat. It's just so funny. Sorry, my laptop is being silly. I have to like hold it in this really weird way to keep that sound from happening. But yeah, so they can croak. They croak like probably, I would say like 3 times a day roughly. They go back and forth like that. I think it's really cute, but it can be a little bit overwhelming if it's like, because sometimes Teddy, he's very loud and fast, and he does it more than the other frogs, and it can be really kind of jolting sometimes. So, I mean, I can sleep because I'm upstairs and they're downstairs, and I like play rain sounds and I have a loud AC unit and things like that. So it doesn't tend to bother me very much. But I would not have these frogs like in my bedroom, personally. Yeah, like for first-time frog owners, my main advice is usually like that they're very sensitive, and you have to make sure that their water is cleaned every day and that it's dechlorinated and not just tap water. You can't get lazy about it. A lot of people get lazy about it. You have to wash your hands and exfoliate them like really, really well. If you touch them, because the salts and oils on our hands is really harmful to them. Sometimes it can cause pain. But and like, don't take them out of the enclosure. Don't put them on couches or countertops or let children hold them. They're just very sensitive, and most people want to handle them a lot more than they should be handled. And it also takes years sometimes for them to socialize the way that mine are, like to come out like this. Sometimes dumpy frogs will not come out for like years. It took at least 3 years for all of mine to come out. Thank you guys so much for all your gifts. I really appreciate it. They're all such a beautiful array of colors tonight. I have to wait for them to dry off and make sure that they don't move around too much. Let's see if she's tacky enough. I think she's tacky enough. Let's see. Yes, I mean, I would do audiobooks, but they're a bit harder to do than you would think. You have to have like experience going to school for acting and things like that. But I would, if I could. But for now, this is kind of my main thing. She's looking at me. She was looking at the bugs, now she's looking at me. Yeah, Maeve is a little smiler. Let me see here. There we go. I would, but he's so grumpy. He tends to get like, I can tell that he gets irritated, but he's like too fat to like move it. So I don't want to irritate him too much, but he does let me put it on for a little while. Maeve is the one that like, she really doesn't care at all about anything. Maeve is a little sweetie pie. Thank you so much, Eggy. You're so sweet. All of you are being so sweet. I really miss doing the lives. I sometimes forget how cathartic it is for me to sit here. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We're very excited to make Dr. Robert stickers. Mr. McNicknacks, he is, I'm surprised that he's even still out, because he's eaten, so, look how grumpy he is. He's such a cute little, he's so cute. I love all these frogs, they're so adorable. Thank you, Janie and Polly. And they eat crickets dusted in like calcium and vitamin A powder. And I have 7 of them total. 4 are my original frogs that I've had for 8 years, and the new 3 are ones that I adopted from a woman, and I've had them for around a month, maybe less. Thank you so much, Polly. And let me see. Hold on, I was gonna show something. Okay. Sorry. So, yeah, for anybody who's new, we, my girlfriend and I make stickers of the frogs, and we have a link under my bio on my TikTok page where we sell them, and they're all waterproof, so some people put them on water bottles or on their car and things like that. We're gonna start making ones of Dr. Robert here now soon. But yeah. I apologize in advance for my dog. He looks so grumpy. He's like a grumpy grandpa. Oh, my dog, she's an 8-year-old Leonberger. It's like a German dog. Clementine seems very purple today. Maybe he's all happy about it. He's not. He doesn't look happy ever. Yeah, see, he's irritated by it. Poor grumpy grandpa. It's okay. At least we have Maeve. You know, the other day Bernard was actually really good about it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm being really slow at reading comments today. I'm like all jumbled. I have this like really bad habit of like fiddling with everything because I am like I have really bad ADD, might be why, but I I knew that he was gonna yawn, so I wanted to catch that on camera. I hope that you guys saw that. That was really cute. But I fiddle with everything, thinking it's not perfect, and so I need to stop doing that. I'm gonna open the window because it's a bit hot in here. That's much better. And yes, just reminding everybody, they are white street frogs or dumpy frogs. They are native to places like Australia and Indonesia. My original 4 are 8 years old, and I've had them their whole life for 8 years. And then I got 3 more that are 5 and 7 years old that I adopted from a woman. I've had them for about a month. But yeah, in total there's 7 of them. My enclosure is 100 gallons. Their humidity is around 40%, temperature around 75 to 80 degrees depending on the season. And no, Clementine is right next to Dr. Robert. The chunkiest one is Dr. Robert. He's a 7-year-old male. He's one of the new ones that I adopted. He is overweight, but I am I'm putting on a little bit of a diet, and he's doing pretty well. He's also just a very big frog naturally, and that's Clementine. And these little pumpkins are little tiny hollow plastic pumpkins that I got in a little pack from PetSmart actually. They eat crickets, mostly dusted in calcium and vitamin A powder. About 3 crickets a day, but then I'll go like 2 days every week without feeding them. I would like to think that the frogs love me, but in the only way that a frog could, you know, they're pretty simple animals. I think they recognize me, I think they recognize my voice, and I think that they're comfortable with me and they associate me with safety and food, but I think that might be the extent of it. Maeve does seem to have some affection for me compared to the other ones. That's the one that looks like she's smiling, but that's just me being like, you know, and my girlfriend, she actually wants to start either doing some of the lives or like coming down with me on them because she's very different. She's like, they love you, and she'll like make up all these stories about them and like their relationships with each other and what they're thinking, and I give like much more a scientific response to people. Me and my girlfriend are very different, but I think it's funny. It'd be funny to have her on the live sometime. She loves doing things like that. She likes to make up stuff like that, and she thinks I'm being too serious. I'm like, I don't know how to not be serious. Yeah, because people would be like, I think one time somebody was like, has Maeve ever been in love? And I was like, well, she's a frog. So I actually thought that person was serious. See, I'm really bad at sarcasm. I always think somebody's being serious. And so I was like, well, I don't know. Probably not. And my girlfriend was like, that person was probably not even being serious. And then I was like, you should just made up a story. So I should just have her join a live sometime. These are white street frogs or dumpy frogs, and they're native to Australia and Indonesia. Oh, thank you so much for all your gifts. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, anybody's welcome to screenshot them or, you know, do whatever you want with their pictures. I don't mind. I do. So the kind of golden colored one on the top, she's a blue-eyed honey. So in the light, her eyes are like a grayish blue and she's like a golden yellow color. I think that they're I think they're pretty easy to take care of compared to some other types of frogs. But like, because their humidity and their temperature are like pretty similar to us, so it's not like very, you know, you don't have to like do a whole bunch of stuff, and they can sorry, they can like tolerate a pretty wide range of things temporarily also. And they're more, I don't know, I mean, I think frogs in general are really just not that difficult to take care of. The most important thing to know is that they're sensitive to like bacterias and funguses and stuff like that, and so it's really just keeping everything clean is the main thing for any frog. So, I mean, being in Portland, it doesn't really matter just because their temperature is controlled, so whatever the weather is outside doesn't particularly matter, because as long as their temperature has to always be 75 to 80, and at night it can be like only like 65 max, really. So thank you guys for all your gifts. It's it has to stay pretty consistent. If it were to go on long term, for them to be like too hot or too cold, it would mess up their metabolism and things like that. I mean, they would probably only last like a couple weeks before you would start to see really serious problems with their immune system and their digestive system as well, from what I know. I'm gonna see if make this a little bit brighter. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I was telling them that my girlfriend is here. I was telling them that about how you think that you should go into the lives with me sometimes, because I never tell stories and I never say anything fun when people ask me fun questions. Like if Maeve's ever been in love.
That's my favorite question that I've ever seen anyone ask. Well, it's because I happen to be there when someone said.
I just can't, I don't know, I'm too serious, I guess. I'm too serious.
Yeah, or you're saying that like someone would be like, what do they dream about? And someone would be like, well, frogs are amphibians and their brains are really small, about the size of a peanut, and so they have no thoughts and no emotions and no feelings. They're basically bugs. They might as well be inanimate objects. They look really cute, but
That's not what I said.
And they don't know who I am. And then but if it were me, I'd be like, well, Maeve dreams about muffins. And she dreams about living in a little cottage in Scotland specifically, because that's her favorite country, and I know that because I asked her, and we communicate telepathically. And Clementine dreams about being... Look at him.
Yeah, I guess I'm not nearly as fun as that. He was being really, well... You know, my girlfriend, she's very funny and creative.
And Bernard dreams about Maeve. That's what he dreams about, because he's in love.
He did try to mount her last night, actually, and I had to take him off. I have a short video of that, I think, as well. It's the season, I believe. Winter time, I believe, is their mating season. But Maeve is too, she's a chubby girl and she's clumsy and there's too much space in here for her to fall, so I was like, that can't allow that. Because nothing happens. They mount the females and they hold on to them for like a couple days, trying to stimulate the females to release eggs. And then they fertilize them as they come out. But she doesn't have any eggs because there's no pond here, so it's just like completely pointless, and it just means that neither of them will eat. And he'll just stay there and she has to carry him around, so I just peel him off every time he does that. But he's only ever tried to do it to Maeve, and he's the only one who's ever tried to do it. So they're the only... If there is a couple within my frog group, it's definitely Maeve and Bernard. So this is Maeve, Bernard, Dolores, Mr. McKnickknacks just went back hiding, then that's Clementine, and that is Dr. Robert. And then Teddy is all the way over there on top of that thing, but you can't see him, he's really tiny. Yeah, they did earlier. Like a few minutes ago, I got them too. I probably will again, just at some point, but Dr. Robert doesn't move a whole bunch, and that's just because he's a little overweight and he's like already 7 years old. He's moving more than he did, though. He hopped a couple times trying to get food today. I was gonna say if somebody was like, do they know the pumpkins are there? And I was like, well, if I was my girlfriend, I'd be like, yes, they do know the pumpkins are there. And they actually asked for them specifically because they love them so much and they know that I love them. They want me to take pictures of them with their pumpkin hats. That's something my girlfriend would say.
Well, only some of them, though.
Something I would say...
I think Maeve likes having them pumpkins.
Something I would say is that, no, I put them on there very lightly, and since they don't move and their skin is tacky and the pumpkins weigh nothing, they don't have any idea that the pumpkins are there.
But, like, you can't say that for sure.
You're right, I can't say that for sure. It's absolutely true. She needs to get a hobby besides barking at people. My dog is wreaking havoc somewhere. I don't know what she's doing. My dog's name is Koa. Can you turn the bleach light off a little bit? It's just kind of reflecting. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, it was just reflecting too much.
Oh, we're getting cozy in here. We're getting so cozy.
Oh, hi, Mackenzie. People love you. It's because you're funnier than me. It's because I'm not funny. The brown female's name is Maeve. Oh, the female on top, her name is Dolores.
I wish we could have, like, a soundboard. Well, actually, you can on when you do it, like, on the computer. But, like, I wanna like show Dolores or like Teddy or someone and have that little, you know, that happy sound, like yay.
Yes, I know that specific happy sound where somebody says yay.
You don't want to.
I actually don't. Wait.
It's like the birthday parties.
Yeah, okay, I think I understand. Like it sounds like Viva Pinatas.
Yeah, it's the Viva Pinata sound.
It's the Viva Pinata sound. All right. I love Viva Pinata. Oh, he just yawned again, and I missed it. Sorry, we got one of them on video though. So, this one is Bernard. And then that's Dolores, Clementine, and Dr. Robert. Yeah, Bernard falls asleep quite a lot. C-A. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. What? I didn't call.
Why are they? Like, why not? You know?
Oh.
They're doing what they have to do.
I haven't thought about like adding Cash App on my TikTok for I don't like for what. And Lori says hi.
Oh, hello everyone.
Like I don't know how you add a Cash App onto your TikTok. Is it like something you just add the link or something in your bio, or is it something that you can actually add through the, I don't know, like editing your bio, your profile or something? I don't know. Oh, does TikTok take some of the money? I guess that makes sense that they do. Oh, that's true, I guess. I could, I just, I usually, I don't know, I feel weird about adding things like that because I feel like it's like a way of asking for money, but I don't even know if I can log into my Cash App, actually. It's been so long. They take 70%. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wow, I didn't know it was that bad. Well, that sucks. That's crazy. I had no idea. Wow, okay. I had no idea about that. Well, I can definitely add my Cash App to my profile. I had no idea that they do that. I mean, I guess I'm not like too surprised, but I feel like they should not do that much. That's a lot. Seems like a lot. Like anything over 50% seems kind of crazy to me. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I'll just add. I'll add it to my bio just in case, but I have to log into it first. It's been so long since I've used it. All these companies trying to take everybody's money. What do y'all think they think about? Frog things.
I know. I mean, I do think that Maeve is probably, if any of them were gonna have thoughts, it would be Maeve. We all know that. The smiling.
Maeve is the one who looks like she's smiling with a little pumpkin on her head. I know, now that I've fed them, they're all just like, granted, they haven't eaten in 3 days, so I was gonna feed them in little sections, but I will have to take their pumpkins off because I know that they will drop them and I will have a hard time finding them. They're such good frogs, letting me do that. Let's see here. These bugs are really good at running away from me. We're gonna say hi while we're at it. This is Bernard. Let's see if I can get a little piece of something. I was trying to show his face. He sits on her all the time. This is extremely common. And she just doesn't care. She just like lets it happen. 'Cause she loves him. She's not even, and what's funny is earlier in the very beginning of the live, she was sitting on him and he was barking at her. This is true love. She's not even, she really should be complaining about that. She said she's very tolerant. This is how you can tell that she's the sweetest frog, because she doesn't even yell at the other frogs when they're being rude. They're 8 years old. I love how he hasn't moved. He's just, I wonder how long she's gonna tolerate that. I'm sure that having his toes directly into her eyes is probably what was bothering her.
Oh, I forgot the other night. So it was like the middle of the night. It was like 2 in the morning, and we look over, and all of the frogs are in like a circle right next to each other. I swear,
yeah.
I've never seen. It's like
including Mr. McNicknacks. It was pretty interesting. They were all literally right here on this log, just right next to each other. It was very interesting. And yes, frogs can see in color. From what I understand, it's similar to us. And they can hear better than us as well. Yeah, she really doesn't care. She is the most patient frog ever. I wonder if I can get him to, hold on, I'm gonna try to see. This will be funny, hold on.
Smile.
Okay, well. He's embarrassed.
Smile.
He's ashamed.
He's embarrassed.
Little Dr. Robert sounds like an actual pig. They're so adorable.
I don't know, I feel like Bernard is like he's become shy because he used to
croak more, but also he was embarrassed from having fallen twice just now, right as I started the video, and the males, they really do be getting embarrassed. Same thing, like if they miss the cricket, they'll squint their eyes and point their head down as if they don't want it because they're embarrassed that they missed it. Oh yeah, and that's Mr. McNicknack's back there, and then that's Dr. Robert, and then yeah, Teddy. I wish he would come out, but you can't even see him. He's like so dark. Also, he's like dark brown right now. But but they do seem to have a pride issue. The girls, well, I guess Clementine has gotten embarrassed too. She just is irritated all the time about everything. I can't see my eyes. I'm like, what if I get, no, she's gonna steal that one. It's an apology. Make him feel better. That was a really cute, huge yawn from Maeve. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this big, it's like a ball of, look at him, he's getting irritated at me. He's like, don't touch me. It's like all their insides just turn into this big ball, like a little bowling ball. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's so cute. That was very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all the gifts that everybody gives. It really helps me out with the frogs and everything. Because I decided to be impulsive and buy this enclosure with the credit card. But it was worth it. All these yawns, I'm missing all the yawns. So, Dr. Robert, I guess, was eating like 3 adult dubious roaches a day, and sometimes pinky mice. And it's just a little more than I would feed him, so he's already lost a little bit of weight. They carried their fat on their eyebrows and on the skin on top of their heads and their back. That's why you can kind of see like that she has eyebrows and like this like cape right here that he doesn't. And So I feed him basically the same amount as I would feed any of the other frogs. He gets maybe like one more cricket or two than they do, just because he is also naturally like a really big frog, even if he wasn't overweight. But each of them get around 3 to 4 crickets every day, and then I'll take 2 days off once a week usually to give their digestive systems a bit of a break. And they haven't eaten for like 3 days almost, roughly. I haven't been feeding them very much because I haven't been doing lives. But yeah. Dubia roaches they're very hard. Their shells are really hard to digest, and they're kind of really high in fat and protein and stuff. Just so I'll feed him some occasionally, but as a treat. And no, I don't I don't have like a notepad or anything because I don't really have to. I just remember for the most part. Man, sorry, my throat is terrible today. I know, Bernard, I'm gonna post that video of him that I had, that scared me. I have this video last night that we took of him trying to like hold on to her, and it was really cute, but superworms I find that mealworms are like a little hard for them to digest, and it's probably better to just use them as a treat, similar to dubia roaches. Crickets are honestly like the most well-rounded thing to feed them. And dust them in like calcium and vitamin A powder to prevent like metabolic bone disease and things like that. Yeah. So I give each of them 3 crickets at least, if not 4, every day. But I take, like, you go maybe 5 days on every day, or 3 days on and then 2 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off, like that kind of thing. It's good to not feed them for a day or two in a week, just because it gives their digestive systems a break. And sorry, there's chaos in my house. Just pure chaos. She bumped into a gate, and that is the definition of pure chaos. It's okay.
We need to make them like a couple's Halloween costume.
I know, we should. They're the only frogs that that would even tolerate something. Dr. Robert would, maybe just because he would be too lazy to take it off.
Costume is in a hat.
But yeah, the only thing that we can put on them. I mean, if it was something that would stick to them that was safe, we could put something along their back that was attached to something. Like you could put wings on them by sticking that one strip of paper to the center of their back. If it was not dyed or bleached paper. Because then the rest of it could be, because it's not touching them. But yeah, we could totally do that. That'd be really cute, actually. We could make little bat wings for Maeve. She would absolutely tolerate that.
That'd be so cute.
Maybe that should be,
make little angel wings. Little angel wings.
I know.
Because she's a little angel.
Because she's a little angel.
Yeah, she knows it. She's like, yeah.
She knows. She's a little sweetie pie. He keeps like scooting back, but Clementine is in his way. And we need more plants. I'm gonna put 100 plants in here. So their names are Bernard, Maeve, Dolores, Clementine, and Dr. Robert. Back there is Mr. McNicknacks, and Teddy's like all the way back there on that little green ledge. You just can't see him.
I know, Dolores is the underdog. I think
She's just shy.
I know, we need to make like a Dolores appreciation video.
She's really beautiful.
She has my favorite thing about her is she has a really prominent nose.
Yeah, she has like a little, her nostrils kind of poke out a little bit. See, I'm gonna be gentle with her. I want people to see how beautiful she is. She's a blue-eyed honey white tree frog. They're like twice as expensive. But she's got blue eyes and this beautiful like yellowish gold color.
Look at that she's modeling.
She's beautiful. She's a very beautiful frog. And so it's a shame that she's shy, but she'll eventually become less shy. I do think that she actually has a little bit of MBD, honestly. So the curvature, the metabolic bone disease is some frogs, like they don't get the right nutrients, and so they end up developing like skeletal deformities. So you can see, I think she might have a little bit. It's very mild, but the curves of her forearms, they should be more straight. And her back is a little bit stiff, but she seems mostly fine. But that's why we dust like the crickets and stuff. Thank you for tolerating that. Sorry, I had to show people how pretty you were. None of the frogs really like being held. Maeve is the only one that doesn't mind. That's okay. I'm lucky to have even one frog that is like that. You got her excited. It's okay, she'll be too wet to put it on for a minute anyway. He was getting all stimulated from the water.
When they bite the water, it's
cute. It's adorable.
It's like Mudang.
I know. We should make. Everybody does keep comparing her to Mudang.
Cause she's cute. She's
we should make a sticker.
She's got rolls.
We should make
she's wet. She's shiny. She bite the water.
She is all of these things. She does look similar to her. That's true. She bites the water.
She's moist.
Moist and shiny. Like that. See, Maeve's a little sweetie pie. Bernard, I know everybody's talking about Mudang and Pesto, but not about Maeve. Maeve the frog. She gets so tacky so quick. They're so cute. I love that they always hang out together.
They're like, it's okay, baby. I'm right here.
I know it is cute. They are touching. He like sits on top of her all the time. It's really sweet. Thank you, Janie. Vile? Did you mean viral?
Wait, is this... I'm like...
Hmm?
Do we have a new,
I know,
new relationship developing over here?
Yeah, she's been sitting on top of him for a minute.
She was like holding on.
She's like holding on. He's a big boy, so he's got a lot to hold on to. And he's grumpy just like her, so who knows? Maybe they'll end up together. They would, if either of them would be with any other frog, they would be together. Good for a snack. I'll give them a snack to help solidify their romance. Who wants it worse? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Who wants it worse? It sounded good in my head. Okay, you're so bad at eating. Oh my gosh, okay. She doesn't like touching other frogs or being touched, but she's gonna fall. What if we just chilled out for like 2 seconds? She has no chill at all.
Look, you didn't see that.
Yeah, she gets embarrassed really
What, you
easily,
didn't see
and
some?
she doesn't like touching other frogs. She doesn't like being touched by people. I pushed her too far onto him, and then she got uncomfortable, and she started squinting her eyes at me, so... yeah, there was definitely, she panicked because I was touching her too much. But that's Clementine for you.
And that's why, that right there is why, Clementine, #1 frog of the world, best frog forever. Okay, that's why, right there.
I wonder if he'll wake up for this. No. She took a piece of his treat off, but this is for him. Yeah, see, look, they're already a bickering couple. Yeah, stealing food on the first date. He has sat up a couple times, and it's usually when he's really hungry. We have some pictures of it. But yeah, he's definitely Clembert forever.
Aww.
I know, we ship them.
Me, Mario, and Clembert.
We ship them. They love each other. They're both grumpy, and I think that's a really important thing for them to bond over. All the frogs are in love today.
My secret, my ship is, I want Teddy and Mr. McKnickknacks.
To be gay lovers together.
Yeah,
because they're shy boys that hang out. They do. They are shy boys. She's got her little hand on him. You know, usually she would have moved her hand away by now because she doesn't like to touch anything.
This is so cute.
I know. It's just it's the October of love. She's still got that piece of bug that she stole from him hanging out of her mouth. Just give it to me. My girlfriend is making something very delicious in the oven, and it smells so good. Yeah, their names are Bernard, Maeve, Dolores, Clementine, and that's Dr. Robert. And then Mr. McKnickknacks is back there hiding, and Teddy is back there hiding as well. Yeah, it's funny how many people are like, I normally am terrified of frogs, or I hate frogs. Am I gonna decorate their cage? You mean like for Halloween? Their cage is already pretty decorated. As soon as I can afford more things, I definitely will put more, but I might try to decorate for Halloween. I'll see what I can, what's safe for them. Clementine is so round. I can tell she's contemplating leaving. She just doesn't know where she wants to go yet. Because these frogs are in her way. And so is Dolores. So she doesn't have much options as an antisocial frog. So we'll see what decision she makes.
I like when they just completely disregard the fact that another frog is there.
And just trample over
She'll
them.
just jump on them.
That's probably what's gonna happen. That pumpkin's gonna go
She'll
flying.
just be a third wheel.
She's gonna jump over here, and she's either gonna fall down there, or she's gonna kind of hit Maeve, knock the pumpkin off, and then maybe more than one of them will fall. That's kind of what I'm predicting. Or she'll just change her mind and stay there for a while. We'll see. So these frogs, you can have them by themselves. You wouldn't be neglecting a frog by keeping it by itself, but I do think it's more enriching and stimulating for them to have at least one other frog. And they're more of a look pet than a touch pet. And you have to be very careful about how you hold them because of the salts and oils on our skin. But you can hold them. They're pretty docile. The brown one right here, she's the only one that doesn't mind being held. The other ones sometimes tolerate it, but it's not something that they particularly enjoy. She hates it a lot. She does not like it. She's probably the least social frog when it comes to being handled.
They look Italian.
They look Italian. They do look Italian. They're an elderly married couple. So you can tell that they don't like being held because they will try to get away from you. Obviously, I guess is the first thing is they'll squint their eyes. They'll try to back out of your hand or hop out. And so if they're sitting comfortably in your hand for a while, then that's good. But if they turn around, that means they want to be put back. So that's kind of a frog that doesn't mind being held, but if they want to go back, they'll just turn around and that's like them asking you to put them back. And so that's what I do. Dolores and Maeve and Bernard all can tolerate being held, but and when they want to be put back, they just turn around and I put them back. But yeah, all the other frogs are not particularly interested, and Maeve sometimes asks to be held, which is very cute. She's the most social frog of all of them. Okay, Janie, thank you so much for coming by and for all your gifts. I really appreciate it. It was really good to see you. And if I don't see you again, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Let's see here. Here you go, some mood lighting there. they actually don't really need to blink because their bodies are so moist already. The only times that you'll see them blink is when they're turning their head or trying to swallow, or when they're asleep. They have that eyelid that comes halfway over their eye from the bottom, or when they're shedding, of course, because they'll squint their eyes. But yeah, other than that, they don't blink. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's watching and just likes hanging out with the frogs. I knew that was gonna happen. Watch him crawl over her. That happens a lot too. She was closing her eye because she was like assuming that he was gonna crawl over her because he does it so often.
They're so cute.
Yeah, he's just cuddling with her even more than he was before. It's very sweet. Too far forward. There we go. Oh, she blinked. I almost never see her blink. Watch them fall asleep together. That'd be really cute.
It's like so cute. I can't even stand it. It's like...
I know. I'm gonna take. Don't leave him. Poor Bernard. They're so cute. I just like love sitting here and staring at my own frogs. The other frogs, Dolores is up here, Clementine and Dr. Robert are here, Mr. McKnickknacks is back there, and Teddy is all the way back there on like a ledge somewhere. Yeah, these two are together pretty often. I would say they have a history of being together more than the other frogs. Because the other female frog, Clementine, she's very aloof. She doesn't particularly enjoy the company of other frogs. But yeah, Bernard and Maeve cuddle quite often. So in the beginning of the lives, they are much more active because I feed them, and they're doing things. But the longer, like towards the ends of my lives or the last half of them, they're all fed, and I turn the lights down, and this tends to be it mostly. Yeah, they're very good at sitting still, and then they slowly fall asleep usually. I feel like Bernard is falling asleep. He's gonna start blinking and his eyelids are gonna start coming over his eyes. He always falls asleep before all the other frogs. Yeah, and Bernard has his hand on top of Maeve's back. They're cuddling a little bit. So they do croak. The males will croak, but the females do not. But the males will croak back and forth with each other, maybe like 3 times a day, I would say. Clementine is over here with Dr. Robert, who is also asleep. They've been over here for a while. These are white tree frogs or dumpy frogs, and they're native to places like Australia and Indonesia. And Dr. Robert's diet is going good. He's already lost a bit of weight. He's more excited about food, and he puts more effort into getting it than before. Oh, I'm glad that I can bring some joy to some people. I enjoy doing the lives. I like just, sitting here in the, with the lighting being the way it is, and it's really quiet. It's very cathartic for me to do the lives as well. So I'm glad that there's people that enjoy it. I haven't had Dr. Robert for very long. He's one of 3 that I just adopted from a woman less than a month ago. And Mr. McKnickknacks was out to be fed, but he's behind He's behind those leaves back there, hiding like he normally does. Thank you. I'm glad that you think so. I do feed them on live, so it's usually just the very beginning of my lives is when I feed them. I try to space it out, but it's a little hard because they usually won't sit still unless they're full. But yeah, I feed them periodically too. Like there's a chance that I might feed each one of them one cricket before I stop the live later because I haven't fed them in a couple days, so we'll see. Bernard is asleep right now, but he would wake up if I offered him a cricket for sure. Yeah, Bernard woke up because I closed the I closed the door. There were sirens outside. Let me back this up a little bit. Okay. There we go. So I got my original 4 frogs from an exotic pet store called Critter Cabana in Oregon. And you know, most exotic pet stores will carry them at one point or another. But you can also go to reputable websites like joshsfrogs.com. That's probably the only place I would recommend getting them right now. But yeah, I wouldn't get them from places like PetSmart or Petco, but they usually don't sell them anyway, to be honest. Sorry, I have to plug my phone in. Okay, there we go. So, I mean, this type of frog, most tadpoles look quite similar to one another. They look like black boba tea pearls with tails. It's like a grape with eyes. I'm not really sure how to, like a little blueberry with a tail and eyes. You can buy them from certain exotic pet stores, but You can also order from joshsfrogs.com. They also have everything that you would need for them, as well as long care sheets that give very detailed information about their husbandry and everything else you would need to know. So yeah, Josh's Frogs is a pretty good place to go. They actually gave me a $75 gift card recently because I mentioned them so often on my lives. So I don't think I want more. I like these dumpy frogs. I could put 2 more in this enclosure, which I will consider as soon as I can afford it. And I might try to get some super snowflakes, which are just, they're more blue and they're more covered in white spots everywhere. So yeah, maybe later down the line. And I'm not technically sponsored. My girlfriend offered, messaged them, because they do partnerships, and since I'm constantly advertising for them, basically my girlfriend said that I should try to message them about it, and I guess they're really understaffed, and so they're not doing it, but they offered me a $75 gift card instead, which is fine. It was very sweet of them, but yeah. And yes, Clementine is still awake. Dr. Robert is asleep. Sweetheart, do you think you can make me some coffee?
Yeah.
I'm saying. My girlfriend is so sweet. I know, he sort of melts into the ground, doesn't he? He just looks like a puddle of melted... Yeah, he does. He looks like a puddle of melted marshmallow. Actually, he's awake. I thought because of the light that he was he was asleep, and he's not. Oh, that's very sweet. We love running into other gay couples. He's just so grumpy looking, poor thing. And Bernard is back to falling asleep. He sleeps all the time. It's really, really funny. He sleeps quicker than any of the other frogs. I'll give him a snack, and we'll see if that... Well, okay, I might have to take Maeve's pumpkin. Somebody's gonna wake up and try to steal the food that I'm gonna give him. And the pumpkins are just gonna go flying. So let's see here. Let's see, now this would be a big treat for him. So he was used to eating. This is only actually a juvenile. He was used to eating 3 adults a day, every day. But they can be an occasional snack. And so I will give him this, because he hasn't eaten in a couple days, which he's not used to. I fast my frogs for a couple days at a time, and he's not used to that, so he's probably... Don't steal it, Clementine. Do not. What are you doing? What are you doing? She got too excited about that. Don't be embarrassed. She's such a funny little frog. Everybody's taking notice, but this bug isn't even big. It's too big for them to even eat, even if they wanted to. So that's not gonna happen. I wonder if he'll move for it though. Did you hear that little sound that just came out of his... That's a big chubby boy right there. And that's what he's used to eating 3 times a day, isn't that? That's crazy. but he's the only frog big enough to even eat something like that. So he won't need to eat again for a while. And as if Maeve could even eat that. Look at her. And Bernard didn't even wake up. He's the, yeah, because he is, even though he's also like overweight, he's also just a big male dumpy frog. He's huge. Like his skeletal size, he would still be big even if he wasn't overweight. But yeah, that was the size of Maeve's entire head, so she would not be able to eat that even if she wanted to. He's working on it. It was a pretty big meal right there. He's readjusting himself. There we go. Yeah. Yummy. Yeah, the bugs have to be alive, and also I like to feed them things like carrots and lettuce and stuff to gut load them so that they're even healthier to eat for the frogs. My bugs have their own enclosure where they have like dirt and hides and everything, because then I don't have to go to the pet store all the time. She's very jealous. You know what's funny is everybody tells me I sound like Marceline, and I used to like, there's a video of me actually singing one of the songs from Adventure Time because I can, people kept telling me that I sounded like Marceline the Vampire Queen. And it was really cute. I don't usually sing, and I'm just not really I'm not big on singing, but there is a video of it down on my down on my page. It's just pretty, it's like further down, so it'd be a little bit, I don't know, I guess you could probably type in a certain keyword or something. I'm not sure how TikTok works, but yeah. He's struggling. It's a big bug that he just ate. I feel like I have to give her something now. Yeah, thanks for coming by. I hope you have a good night. I'm glad that everybody's having a good time. It's like her normal position is over there. We're just gonna settle in right here. One of these things is in the way. Their names are Maeve and Bernard. Sorry about that. My it just like stopped the live for some reason. There we go. Oh yeah, so their names are Maeve and Bernard, and my other ones are Dolores, Teddy, Mr. McNicknacks, Dr. Robert, and Clementine. And they're all spaced out and sleeping in various places. I'm not trying to feed you a pumpkin, stop it. She has eaten so much, she does not need any more food right now. Yeah, I am talking to you. That's right. I'm not trying to feed you. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, she just wants more crickets, always. Every day. She's a little sweetie pie. Yeah, she's acting like as if she needs to eat more food, which she never does. Sometimes I'll feed her like the tiniest cricket, so that she thinks that she's getting more than she is. That's my finger, you silly. She's always moving around. She'll just sit still for 2 minutes. It'd be really cool if she would just be normal. She's so cute. It's because I haven't fed them in a couple days is probably why. The brown one, her name is Maeve. The green one's name is Bernard. I'm not trying to feed you. Did you make coffee? Mm-hmm. Oh, is it done? 1 second. It smells really Okay, sorry, I am. Oh, the pumpkin is slipping, girl. My girlfriend made me coffee, so I had to go get some. And no, I don't believe that frogs can pass gas, kind of like birds, and so that's why they can get bloat really easily, which is like if their body can't reabsorb gas in a quick enough time, if they can die from stuff like that. This is a frog dish. It's like a little a soap dish that looks like a frog, and I just like melted the holes at the bottom so it could hold water. So because they like to soak in baths, and that's how they get most of their moisture. So we're thinking of like putting like little angel wings or bat wings on Maeve. We have to make it very specifically so that it's like safe and that it doesn't irritate them. We're making it out of like unbleached, not dyed like paper because it sticks to their skin, but it doesn't irritate them. And we might just we have to we're gonna make them. I think it'll be really cute. Because they're so sticky and tacky that it would be really easy. The brown one's name is Maeve, and the green one's name is Bernard. So I've definitely, like, before I started doing the lives, I've had them for 8 years, and I've had TikTok for about a similar amount of time. And I would often come and stare at them when I would come and have my coffee or when I was doing work. So I've sometimes been sat for a couple hours watching my own frogs before I ever started doing lives. They do kind of look like those Harry Potter frogs that are made of chocolate. They do look very edible. The cute aggression hits pretty hard, and it's like you really just want to put them in your mouth. You know, I've had a couple of people say that I sound like Kat Von D, but I feel like if I don't remember exactly, but she has a pretty deep voice. I guess like my voice can be pretty deep, but I honestly just don't remember what she sounds like. And somebody earlier said that I've gotten quite a bit that I sound like Marceline the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time as well. And I would like sing the songs from Adventure Time for people. It was really cute. So many sirens outside tonight. You know what's funny is like people I've considered reading for my like these later night lives, but I don't want to like read a book because acting out characters and like the different ways they talk is not really my thing. So having a more monotone voice, like reading an instruction manual or something historical, like my girlfriend said that I should just read like historical things, like interesting weird history things, and I've considered that, so that there's something to listen to other than just, you know, completely sitting here looking at the frogs. But or people have said that I should do like nighttime guided sleep meditations or something. I know everybody loves Bernard because he's like such a beautiful color. He's like a very vibrant, creamy teal color. Yeah, I tried reading a book, but it just was, it was an interesting, like, there was just, I don't know, reading characters and stuff. It just is, it's a little too much. Reading something really chill and monotone is probably what I'll end up doing. I just have to find the right material, I suppose. That's not too boring, but also doesn't require me to change my voice more than how it is right now. Yeah, I've heard that there's apps specifically for this sort of thing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna end up like uploading my own videos. You know, I might just have this particular thing being on the video, and then I might just read over it or something. I just created a YouTube channel called The Dumpling Depot on YouTube, because I'm planning on uploading a lot of my lives there so that people can revisit them. But I'm also considering reading over them, like, you know, obviously erasing my voice that I'm speaking during the live and just keeping it silent and reading over them. Because people have asked me to. Yeah, the Dumpling Depot, because we actually started making stickers of the frogs. Like, people, this obviously just started with me live streaming the frogs, but now we, like, my girlfriend makes these stickers. Obviously of Maeve, and this is Clementine, but there's a link under my bio on my TikTok page, if anybody's interested in them. Oh yeah, I love true crime and things like that. I love, that's pretty much all that I watch, honestly, but I just don't know how to get into like podcasting or like I barely know how to use TikTok, to be honest. When I first started, I didn't know that you could actually make money on the lives. I thought that people were sending me emojis, and it took me a while for my girlfriend to tell me that people were paying for that, and I had no idea. I'm not very good at the internet, but I would do it if I could figure it out. Okay, Caitlin, thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you. I hope you have a good night. I have to wait for her to get less tacky. Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah, I mean, I definitely need to figure out other ways of like making money, especially because I've been doing security for 10 years, but I have like heart problems now, so I had to quit my job, and I've been trying, this Frog Lives have been making me, and the stickers and stuff have been making a little bit of money, but if I could find some sort of work, either doing voiceovers or reading, things like that, in any way that would make any amount of money, that would be really nice to figure out. But again, I'm just very bad at technology and like the internet, and so I tend to need a push in the right direction with things like that. Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Oh, thank you, Lori. Yeah, I'll be uploading some of the live recordings soon. I'll probably upload this one, actually. My girlfriend's been helping me with the technological aspect of like the lives and all the apps and like how to edit them and stuff, so I'll be figuring that out soon. Oh yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be uploading the lives starting soon, and once I figure out how to quiet the audio and then re-go over the audio, is when I'll probably upload them. But yeah, we'll see. I know, I really should just read true crime stuff because I don't have to be emphatic with my voice, the way you would reading books with characters in them where you have to like speak for their voice because I have to sound kind of the same in order to get the same vibe, I can't really change my voice much. So yeah, true crime or history would be probably something I would do. Well, thank you for stopping by, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. Hi. Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Yukari. I like how Bernard is asleep again. He falls asleep so quickly. There's been times where he will croak in response to the other males, but he won't wake up necessarily. Like he won't open his eyes, and I find it really, really funny. Thank you for your gifts, everybody. I really appreciate it. So the music that I play in the background of all of my lives, it is a YouTube channel called Smooth Jazz Cafe, and they have a whole bunch of these videos. They're multiple hours long. And that's I used to listen to this before I did lives, when I would just do things around the house. And so it was the first thing I thought of when I started doing the lives. But yeah, Smooth Jazz Cafe on YouTube. This very specific one is Relaxing Night with Smooth Jazz Lounge. They have kind of long titles, but it's my favorite one for the Frog Lives, personally. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, the stickers have been really fun. My girlfriend, I'm just glad that she's like capable of doing digital art and like knowing how to do all that stuff because these stickers are really cute. And she like manages the like website stuff because I'm really bad at all that. So she's been a really big help. But they're very cute. And the link to them is under my bio on my TikTok page. I don't know what she's looking at. She looks almost like she's gonna do something. I'll take your pumpkin off, ma'am. Just in case. Like, what are you doing? What are you looking at? Oh my god, it gets so dark when I zoom out. It looks kind of creepy. Why are you being so aggressive right now? I'm trying to put a pumpkin on your head. Because she always wants food is the thing. It's like she, no matter how much she eats, she is just constantly asking for food. But she has a bit of a metabolic issue, kind of like PCOS in women, which is why she's a little bit overweight. I've had her for 8 years, and she's always been this weight, but it's part of why I think that she's never satisfied, and she always wants more food than she needs. And I think that I think they're very easy to take care of, but I also have experience with a lot of exotics, so my view might be sort of skewed, I guess, in comparison to the average person. But their temperature is only around 75 to 80, which is not that bad. It's quite similar to us. And their humidity is only like 45, 50 max. And so that's pretty low. So it doesn't take a lot to keep them, and they're pretty sturdy frogs. And so with that is, I think that they're pretty easy to take care of. But the only thing that people really need to know about almost any frogs. Okay, bye, Kellen. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. The frogs have very absorbent skin, obviously, so they're very sensitive to the salts and oils on our skin. And so if we do handle them or touch them to anything that's outside their enclosure, it's just kind of a risk for them. So if you touch them, you have to wash your hands very specifically and exfoliate your skin to remove that first layer of salt and oil. And then rinse them off with dechlorinated water afterwards as well. I don't take them out of the enclosure ever. I don't, like, some people will take them outside, they'll put them on countertops or like on random surfaces because they just don't think about it. But that's the main thing I would tell anybody is how sensitive they are. But that's not really something that makes their care complicated. It's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, Bernard is definitely, he's very sleepy tonight. He keeps falling asleep. Maybe just being a little sweetie pie like she normally is. Bernard kind of looks like from Howl's Moving Castle, the Wicked Witch of the Waste, the Witch of the Wastes. Yeah, that's who she is. You know, when she starts melting into the chair. That's what he looks like right now. With his little chin rolls and everything. Yeah, Maeve is, she's still in food mode, so She's staring at me, hoping that I give her more food, even though she does not need any. I'm sorry that your Dumpy passed away, but I'm glad that you're enjoying the live. That's a cool thing. I've never seen something like that before. Some of the gifts are so interesting looking. It was pretty close to her mouth as well. It was kind of funny. Yeah, it's a playlist. It's a video from the Smooth Jazz Cafe, which is a YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good night. So I'm the one looking at the screen. They can't see anything other than the back of my phone and my face, of course. I have considered reading audiobooks, but when I looked into it, most of them require you to have some sort of schooling experience with acting. So it was a bit more complicated than I had originally thought. People ask me that a lot, actually. Thank you guys so much for your gifts. I really appreciate it. So his name is Bernard, and her name is Maeve, and the other ones' names are Dolores, Teddy, Clementine, Dr. Robert, and Mr. McNicknacks. I know, she kind of looks like a pumpkin herself, to be honest. I feel like if pumpkin pie was a frog. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, she's always she's always watching me. It's really cute because my face is directly behind the camera. It takes a while for her to fall asleep. Dolores is falling asleep. Dr. Robert is asleep. Clementine, I don't think she's probably not asleep. Maeve is usually the last one. My phone is too heavy for this stand sometimes. There we go. So I try not to, Maeve is this one that's smiling. I try not to touch them too much because they tend to get irritated. Maeve is the only one that seems to enjoy being touched, actually. So one time, when my girlfriend had taken her out to do a 3D scan of her, I couldn't resist and I did kiss the top of her head, but other than that, I've never given any of the frogs a kiss or anything. But it was worth it. They don't really blep their tongues, but they do stick their tongue out when they're trying to eat something. Yes. Oh, these frogs, they're mostly nocturnal, but they do wake. They're kind of awake just periodically all the time, off and on. Um, it's very sweet how many people are saying that I should read audiobooks. I really wish I could. I did try, but they require acting experience, like physical acting, and it's actually quite frustrating because, you know, because I absolutely would read audiobooks or things like that, especially history books or something like that. But yeah, they make it pretty difficult, unfortunately. I suppose that if somebody had an inn, if somebody was like had ran a company or had some sort of privileges at a place that did audiobooks, that would get me past all that. That would be my only way of doing it. But yeah, I mean, no, I should probably, I could start a podcast, I suppose, or things like that. I'm just very new, honestly. I never even did lives before. I've had my TikTok for years and my frogs for years, but I have only recently started doing the lives, and it all took off pretty quickly. And then it was, at first, my lives, I didn't talk. I just let my, I just played the music and watched the frogs. But then, of course, when people would ask questions, I felt like I had to answer. So, and then people kept commenting about my voice, and it became like a whole thing. It's very sweet. It's very flattering. But yeah, I mean, if people really wanted something like that, I could try to figure out with my girlfriend's help how to like do a podcast or something. And yeah, like either read true crime stuff or history things, or I don't know, something that doesn't require me to talk very loud. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good night. I do still have leeches. I have 4 of them. I don't see them very often, though. They're, but yes, I do still have them. I've had them for a couple years now. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, I should honestly take recommendations for books or something to read that fit the vibe, because I wouldn't really know. But yeah, I'll definitely look into it. I'll see if my girlfriend can help me figure something out and do like a test run, because I'm so bad at the internet. Yeah, that's true. I certainly wouldn't want to have to pay for anything like that. And I also wouldn't want to get in trouble. I'm so kind of naive about those things. I would accidentally get myself in trouble. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, doing a podcast. And what's funny is I actually have a professional microphone that podcasters would use. I just don't use it. Thank you, Nancy. You're very sweet. I'm sorry that you had a bad day, but I'm glad that you found the live and that you're enjoying it. Hopefully your day tomorrow is better. Yes, the green one, his name is Bernard and he's asleep right now. I do have enough pumpkins for all of them, but the other frogs are a little bit more antisocial and easily irritated, I guess is what I would say. So I try not to bother them too much. Thank you. Yeah, the Clementine stickers turned out so cute. And this is Clementine, she's over here, but she's like my really moody frog. She's very strange looking. My girlfriend made this little sheet of Clementine stickers, and they're really, really cute. And I have stickers of Maeve, of course. And there's a link under my bio where we sell them. They're waterproof. I personally really like this one of her looking up. We got this really cute picture of her, and it's like holographic. Yeah, so when I'm not in front of the enclosure, Maeve is still usually sitting in this spot, and she does sort of look out. She likes to watch everything that's going on. The other frogs will go off into their own spots usually, but she's always sitting here just kind of watching outside the enclosure. I know we want to make some of Maeve with a pumpkin on her head. There is a follower who drew in a really adorable like some digital art of her with a pumpkin on her head. It was really cute. I mean, I'm always very hesitant to take them out of the enclosure, just because I'm worried about them potentially getting some sort of bacterial or fungal or parasitic. I know that like pumpkins are technically clean. I always worry about everything. um, yes, my stickers are available through a link that's under my TikTok bio on my profile for anybody who's interested in them. Yeah, so Dr. Robert is over here. He's sleeping. So I would recommend Dumpies as a first-time frog owner. I've never owned any frogs before I got them. I just own other exotic animals, but they only need 40% humidity, 50 max, which is very similar to our own like needs, so you don't have to like try really hard to do a bunch of stuff. And their temperature is only like 75 to 80, which is also very similar to us, so you don't have to try very hard. And they can tolerate quite a like wide range of things as well. Not that they should have to, but like they're not gonna necessarily like die. But the only thing I ever tell people is that frogs are very sensitive. Their skin is absorbent. They're very sensitive to chemicals and salt and oil that's on our skin, bacteria, funguses, parasites. And so it's very important to not take them out of the enclosure, even though they're very cute, to not handle them very much, especially barehanded, unless you know how to do it properly. Their water should be dechlorinated water or treated with something like Reptisafe. Like that's the most important thing, and their water has to be changed out. These little baths that I have all around have to be changed out every day because they soak in them. But other than that, they're actually very easy to take care of, in my opinion. And yes, her name is Maeve. I feed my frogs about 3 or 4 crickets every day, but I do not feed them for like 2 days every week. I think it's good to do like 5 days on, 2 days off to give their digestive system a bit of a break. So I think you can also use distilled water as well, yes. But sometimes it's cheaper and easier just to use Reptisafe. Which you can get. This has lasted me a very, very long time, and you can get this at a pet store. You only need a couple drops in any kind of thing of water, and it helps. So you can, if you have really good tap water, especially. Like I'm in Oregon, so we have very good like well water. I probably wouldn't use tap water even with Reptisafe if I was like in New York or LA or something like that. But distilled water should work perfectly fine. Okay, Yukari, thank you so much for stopping by and for all the gifts. I appreciate it. I hope that you have a good night. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much, Yukari. You can have one by itself. You wouldn't be neglecting a frog by keeping it alone, but I think it's more stimulating and enriching for them to have at least one other frog with them. But yeah, you don't have to. Okay, Mackenzie, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate everything from you guys. I hope you have a good night. So, luckily for me, I choose to have bioactive enclosures, which means that, here, I'll show you. For a second, let me see if I can. So, this enclosure, you can see, is very, very large. And so, I don't have to clean the enclosure because this is all soil down here. There's natural bugs like springtails and roly-polies and things like that that help to break down the frog waste. And there's live plants everywhere, so it's sort of like nature, you know. So yeah, I don't have to clean the enclosure. The only thing that I have to do is to clean out these little frog water dishes every day and wipe off the perches if they get them dirty. But other than that, I don't have to do anything. Yeah, they can have live plants. I would just be cautious, you know, just make sure that it's stuff that if for some reason they accidentally ingested, that they would be okay. Ultimately, it's best to get leaves, like plants that have leaves that are big enough that they can't just accidentally swallow it. So these pothos plants, obviously are good. These big leaves like this. But you can get fake plants as well, but you have to just clean them usually, like wipe off the dirt and frog waste and stuff from them. But yeah. And you shouldn't put any other species of frogs. It's kind of recommended never to mix species of any reptile or amphibian together. They have different humidity and temperature needs, different biological makeup, different sicknesses that they can get and pass on to one another. So yeah, it's recommended just to keep dumpies with other dumpies. The only thing is you shouldn't have juveniles with adults because dumpies will accidentally bite a smaller frog if it's small enough to fit in their mouth. Not intentionally, but it does happen. Yeah, if something is walking across, they just will open their mouth and like try to just put anything in their mouth. So you want frogs of a similar size to live with one another. Thank you for ordering stickers. I appreciate it. It was very sweet of you. Yeah, so the males will croak back and forth with one another, but the females don't really make any sounds. And I can usually get the males to croak by playing a video of other males croaking. It's really funny. But yeah, they do it maybe like around 3 times a day probably. I wonder if Maeve's getting sleepy. She's starting to tuck herself in. Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for stopping by and for for watching them. So I wasn't like really looking to get frogs originally. There was this exotic pet store called Critter Cabana, which is where I got them, and I bred at the time like exotic rats, like curly-haired rats or hairless rats for them, like twice a year. And so I was bringing in a litter for them, and I saw like these like 20 baby dumpy frogs that they had, and I thought that they were extremely cute. And I decided to impulsively buy 4, including Maeve and Bernard that you see here. I picked them out of the 20 and I took them home, and I've had them for 8 years. It was pretty impulsive though. They're the only frogs I've ever owned. These frogs can live up to 20 years old, sometimes even longer. But average is probably more like 15. I know, it's a long time. I feed my frogs every day, like about 3 or 4 crickets, but then I'll go like 5 days on and then give them 2 days without feeding them, and then 5 days back on. And yes, they're all named after Westworld characters because it's a show that I like. I don't think they're a difficult pet to own once you read up everything that you need to take care of them. It's pretty easy to maintain, as long as people keep everything clean and understand how sensitive they are to bacteria and chemicals and things like that. I think they're pretty easy. And you should have somebody watching them, because if you were away, you also need to turn their lights on and off. You also need to make sure that there's water being filled in the baths every day, and that you spray the tank. So there should be somebody watching the frogs if you're away. They would be fine to not eat for a week, but everything else they do need to have every day. Now, granted, you also can have these outlets that are timed or that connect to an app on your phone, and you could turn like a humidifier on and off with that app. You can also turn the lights on and off with that app if you wanted to buy something like that. If you needed to leave for a week or two, you would just have to do something like that to make sure that they're fine. But that wouldn't necessarily make sure that they have fresh water every day. So it's kind of complicated. Yeah, they're mostly nocturnal. They sleep more during the day, and then they are more awake at night, and they tend to move around and like croak and take baths and stuff like that. It took Maeve only about a year to come out and stop hiding, and then my other two frogs, Bernard and Clementine, it took 3 years for them to come out. Mr. McNicknacks still is shy and doesn't really come out, and that's after 8 years. So some of them just are always shy, and some of them are really friendly. And so there's not really an advantage to feeding them 5 days on, 2 days off. I just do it because they don't really need to eat every single day, and I think it gives their digestive system a little bit of a break. It's just my personal preference. Yeah, the only advice I would give is that just, keeping in mind that you have to be very careful when you touch them about how you wash and exfoliate your skin to make sure that the salts and oils on your skin don't harm them, and you have to rinse them off with dechlorinated water afterward, or use gloves. But in general, I would recommend not taking them out of the enclosure. Don't put them on counters or give them to kids to hold, or take them outside, or feed them any bugs that don't come from a pet store, as they tend to have bacteria and parasites in them. People make those mistakes the most commonly, and it ends up killing them. And bacterial infections can be very hard to see. Sometimes it's little tiny spots that look like a really lime greenish color, like almost like the lightest color of their skin. You would think it's a freckle, but it's not. If they're laying on the floor, it tends to mean that they're sick or that they need more water. If their belly is red, they could have red leg disease, which is a type of bacterial infection on their skin. And those are just the things I would look out for new frogs. And it's also very normal for them to be super shy and not come out for months or even years. Forcibly picking them up and holding them only elongates that time that they would take to acclimate to you. And so I would just recommend never doing that. And just, if you need to clean the cage, do it with them in it so that they see you, they get used to you moving around, and you don't have to move them all over, because that just stresses them out. Tongue feeding is very important. Do not free feed. They could accidentally ingest random things that will impact them and die, and they could die that way. And also, you can't control the diet of the frogs if you're free feeding, because then some might eat more than others. It's just not recommended, in my opinion. That's pretty much all I would have to say, I guess. It's a lot, I guess, but yeah, that's my first recommendation. And also, I think either you're going to go full bioactive with fine soil that if they eat it, it passes right through them, with the natural waste insects like springtails or roly-polies, all that. You're either going to do that fully, or I would recommend just having folded paper towels as the bottom that you change and spot clean every day, because it's just the best way to keep them clean, because any other substrate doesn't really foster bioactive bug life. So then you have to change it all the time and spot clean, and also they could eat it and it could impact them. So I really don't think you should either. It's most people should just use folded paper towels, and then you end up having to spray a little bit more often, but that's not that big of a deal. So unless you're prepared to go full bioactive and look up what that's like, I just wouldn't recommend doing any substrate that they could eat, or that can't foster the bug life that would be needed for that kind of waste devouring ecosystem. And so I don't get algae because I don't have a lot of water on the bottom, but I have springtails and isopods like roly-polies and those little microscopic mite bugs, and they eat not only frog waste and plant waste, but they also eat the beginnings of mold and fungus spores. But also you can spray hydrogen peroxide if you obviously spot clean any mold that you see, if that happens, and then spray hydrogen peroxide directly into the soil, because it won't kill the plants or the springtails or the roly-polies. And it's not bad if the frogs happen to sit on the soil. Obviously, they really shouldn't be doing it anyway, but it won't be the end of the world. But yes, I also have a very expensive medication that's a liquid medication that you mix with water. It's an antifungal medication, and I will sometimes use a little bit of that and spray that, but it's not necessary, and nobody could really have access to it because it's prescription. But yeah, hydrogen peroxide can help along with spot cleaning and making sure that you have isopods and springtails, a lot of them. And I don't recommend the springtail food that they sell on certain websites, like just natural compost, plant leaf compost, vegetables, and maybe like carrots or potato peels, and you bury them under the ground, like with a spoon, so that the bugs can go and eat them and they don't like sit on top. And yes, you should tongue feed them directly. Don't drop crickets in there because then they'll just miss and eat a bunch of dirt or leaves, or one frog will eat more than the others, and it's just not recommended. Tongue feed each of them the same amount of crickets every day, and dust the crickets in calcium powder or vitamin A powder to prevent metabolic bone disease due to mineral and vitamin deficiencies. Sorry, that was a lot. They don't, actually. They can live 20 years in captivity, but they only live about a year usually in the wild because they're so heavily preyed upon and they're very clumsy. Sorry. I might give them a little bit of a snack. I think this will be the last food that I give them for the evening. I know, and then the people who stick around for the last part of my lives end up seeing me feed them more, and all the people that are in the middle that get kind of impatient end up not seeing it. Let's see here. What are you doing? Are you embarrassed? Silly thing. Let's see. We might have eaten all the bugs today. They actually might have eaten all the bugs today. I think my new shipment should be here soon. These are white tree frogs or dumpy frogs. And you can get them at places like joshsfrogs.com or various exotic pet stores. Yeah, they ate all the bugs. They were ravenous today. Well, that's okay. Everybody else is asleep anyway. Their names are Maeve and Bernard. I'll just close that for now. So, I mean, they say that males are typically larger than females, but based on my experience, that's kind of just 50% true. They seem to be pretty widely varied, because Bernard and Mr. McNicknacks and Teddy are all smaller than all of my 3 females. And the only male that's larger is Dr. Robert, but he's a huge frog in general. But yeah, so I think it's kind of hard to tell, honestly. And yeah, I don't have to worry about them accidentally breeding because the females won't produce eggs unless there's some sort of pond or artificial pond, because the tadpoles that would hatch from those eggs would have to be able to thrive in that water for a while and have some sort of food to eat, and the water would have to be moving, but not too moving too much. You know, like obviously. So the females just won't even produce eggs because they would have to lay them somewhere. And so I don't have to worry about that ever happening. And you have to like starve them for a while during a certain time of year, and you have to change the temperature that they're at, and they have to have like a rain chamber. It's kind of interesting, all the specific things that are required to make them have babies. I love it when she loafs like that and she tucks her little hands in. I will be right back. So, if you have a new frog, I mean, it's just normal for them to hide. So as long as the frog is eating and like physically doesn't look like there's something wrong with it, it's probably fine. It'll take a long time for them to do anything other than that. But yeah, they should be fine. Yeah, so I actually, I just created a YouTube channel for the frogs. I haven't uploaded anything yet, but I'm planning on uploading the lives just directly to YouTube. And that YouTube is the Dumpling Depot. So that's where I'm going to start uploading all of the lives. All of my lives are a couple hours long at least. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll probably upload this live. My girlfriend has to help me figure out how to, because I think that this music, it's also on YouTube from an open public YouTube channel called Smooth Jazz Cafe. And as long as I mention that in my videos, I think it's fine for me to play it in the background. I don't think I'm gonna run into any issue. But, you know, I'm very naive when it comes to things like that, so I have to have my girlfriend help me look that up. Maeve is definitely the silliest. She's very animated and she pays a lot of attention to people. She's very friendly and she always loves food. She's not afraid at all. So she tends to be kind of goofy. Yeah, the music shouldn't be an issue as long as I reference the YouTube channel that it is, because they seem pretty open-minded. They just have the copyright to the music, so I think if I just post it, which I might start putting that also in my captions for my videos. I just never really thought about it. Thank you. I appreciate all the gifts, you guys. It's been very sweet. It helps me out a lot. Thank you guys. You guys are very sweet. Yeah, and we're working on getting a used GoPro. Thank you so much, Honey Pie. It's very sweet of you. Because I want to do a nighttime stream where people can watch the frogs in a very dim light and probably listen to the same type of music overnight without me here. And there's just a lot to figure out, and I have to get a used GoPro and all that, but and it's like $200, but that's going to be the next step. And I'll probably, it might be subscriber only, except for maybe one night a week, but yeah, we're excited about that. It'll be fun. So all of my fungus perches, they came from a woman named Jessica, who has an Etsy shop called The Happy Place 46, where she makes all of them and sells them, and she's very sweet. She sends me, I have like 10 in here. My enclosure is a little over 100 gallons. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why we want to make it more worth it for the people subscribing. Is like, so when we're doing the full night streaming, it probably will be for subscribers only, just to give some people, you know, a bit more of a benefit to make it worth the subscription. But yeah, we're excited about it. It'll be fun. I'll probably end up watching my own live, honestly, which is silly. I've done that before. But I have been going for quite a while, and it is, it's been at least 3 hours. So I might need to start making dinner. But I appreciate everyone who's been watching the live. It's very, very sweet. I will try to be on tomorrow, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I hope everybody has a good night. Yeah, good night, Kellen and Elise. Good night, all of you. Good night, Lori. I appreciate all of you. Have a good night.